Good morning, business owners. My name is Angela Bryant, and I am the owner of Nest Egg Digital and your local marketing vigilante. Today, we are going to talk about our new scam of the month, which goes by a couple different names, but the way that you have seen it, you've seen it on social channels where you run across a post that says, "I'm feeling generous. Drop your business name for a free logo." Or I'm building my portfolio. I'm doing free websites, free logos for the next 5 people who contact me. And of course, this can sound like a great offer, a great idea. But unfortunately, a lot of these are scams. And actually, depending on how they're executed, they could be considered a scam or kind of a bait and switch. Here's how this happens. So you see this, you think it's a great idea, you've started a business, your cash flow is low, this is going to save you money. So you contact these folks, you give them your information, and they start working. A lot of times they might ask you for an initial deposit or come back and say, "Hey, can you offset some of my costs? I need $50, $100, whatever that may be." And then you feel like you have a relationship with these guys and you give them the money and they disappear. That's the scam. The bait and switch comes from the perspective of they're going to do a little bit of work for you. And if you want anything extra, like, can you edit this font in this logo sample you've given me? Can you edit this page on this website? That is all going to be extra. And there's a psychological thought that now you're already invested because of your time, the provider's time. So you're more likely to go ahead and continue giving them money. And a lot of times at the end of the day, the cost is actually more than had you gone with a professional designer right from the get-go. So here are some things to look for, and here are some ways to make sure that you don't fall for this. First of all, I would say, again, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And the opposite side of that coin is $5 is an unreasonable price to pay for quality work. $25. I would even argue $50 to $100. When you're working with a professional designer for your logos or your websites, these folks have spent years honing their craft and picking up all of the tips and tricks that improve their end result. And so this is where I'll get back into, I love the fact that people are starting out and you have to start somewhere. But I am not going to encourage folks to take something as important as their logo and put that in the hands of a brand spanking new logo designer. Even if they're great, they're just going to miss some things that a more experienced designer will have picked up on. Ideally, they're working with a more experienced designer so that they can get that information and get those learning experiences down while they kind of grow their skill set. They're going to do a design. Someone more experienced is going to give them feedback. They're going to work together to get a good quality product out there. So again, take into consideration, new designers, new work, how are they actually operating? And then again, also look at it from the does it stink test, right? I can say for myself that, I'm not going to give away free work. Outside of the occasional pro bono or charity work that we do, I'm not necessarily going to put a free offer out there unless I've got a strategic plan behind it or an agenda to turn that into a profitable activity. So not saying that we would do that, but if you're getting those types of offers, maybe just take a moment and ask, like, how are they actually making this profitable? What's the fine print? What am I not actually seeing in terms of what's going on here? So again, those of you that have questions, take into consideration, does it stink? Is it too good to be true? I do have a post that I've recently written about how to choose a great logo designer that's going to work well with you. I'll link to that below. And until